Guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been building another Unraid server and I haven't been trying to do a lot of videos which I've been doing so far. But this one I wanted to do live because this is actually driving me nuts, and this is to do the LSIS 9211, but I've got a slightly different model. But I've been searching and googling like mad, looked at YouTube videos, and it all talks about this EFS shell business. You need to boot into a shell business at the BIOS level. I follow the instructions, and my motherboard just will not do it. It supports the ALS or whatever boot mode and stuff, and it's just all gobbledygook. I mean, I'm trying to do things very basic and simple. I don't want to end up going into complicated programming techniques to sort of do something I need to do. I need to find a quicker and faster solution. And this is doing my head in. So I've been going through, I've got the right firmware files that's needed for this job. I've created a boot disk that boots into MS-DOS, and also been trying to boot into the ES shell thing. Can I do it? No, my motherboard doesn't seem to want to boot into it. It seems to be like, oh, I want to wring its neck, sort of job. So in the end I decided, hold 1 minute, maybe I'll look for an older machine that could support EFS or able to use the DOS utility. See, now I've got a gigabyte motherboard, and when I boot into MS-DOS it boots in fine, but when I run the flash utility, which is a DOS based one, it does not want to come up, comes up this error. So I've been scratching my head, googling away there, come up with nothing. So I'm thinking, this is mad, I'm spending days on it, I shouldn't have to spend days on it. So I decided to go the EFI route, create a boot disk, put the shell bit in it and blah blah blah, download the flash utility to run in the shell. But can I get my machine to run in the shell? No, it won't. So in the end I sat there and said, got to be a quicker solution for this. And I thought, how many? I've got Dell sitting down there on the floor. Maybe I should get up on the bench, which I have done. Boot into the DOS version, and we'll use the DOS utility, flash utility. So first of all, I decided to list the card, see if I can see it, because when I was doing it before, my motherboard wasn't even having it. Even under the BIOS level, it could see the boards, could see all the drivers on the board, so we know it will work on my motherboard, but this DOS firmware upgrade does not. A lot of bigger servers, when you put these type of cards in it, but I'm actually putting in a desktop system because this is what my Unraid will run from. But unfortunately, flashing it just doesn't want to know. I've tried everything. So now I've got the Dell machine. It's quite a really old Dell, but my card goes in, sees it on the BIOS level, perfect. It's booted to DOS, as you can see in the background here, perfect. And I run the shell command. I see, successful, hey! So now I've got successful, now we can start moving forward. So if you guys have the same sort of issue, I wanted to run this through you live while we do it. If I mess up, I mess up. So there's no practice involved. So basically, now I'm getting a bit further than before, because before I wasn't getting any of this. It was come up with some sort of error, wasn't seeing it, so damn. So now it's seeing the card, so now I can see the card, I can see what firmware version it's on. We're going to flash it to the latest firmware, which is 2, which need to get this LSID in what's called IT mode. From IT mode, Unraid will work with all the drives, and it'll be native, be able to talk to the drives directly rather than try and talk through the cards. So that's the best way Unraid works with these LSI cards. And the reason why I chose the LSI card is because you can have lots of hard drives on it. So if I decide I want to expand my Unraid and put in hundreds of discs, or I don't know, put another 5 or 10 discs on top of what I've got, I can actually do that and grow with it. And this LSI card allowed me to do that. All I've got to do is change the cables for the adapter plugs and stuff, and I'm all good to go. It wasn't too bad card. I spent about £60 on it, so it was a good bargain to get. And also wanted to see whether having this card with these drives on are actually any better than actually using the onboard CO88 drives itself. So let's go with the flashing side. So I've got a list of commands here. So far I wanted to see if it's listed. So the first one I need to do is put it into, I need to raise the ROM so it prepares the card ready for the ready for the update as well. And also, before I run that command, let's check to make sure we have got the let's make sure we've got the right file, because we want to make sure we've got the BIOS. So we've got a bin file, which is a BIOS file, and we also should have the utility to drive it, the ROM, the ROM and the bin. So we've got both of those, so that's okay. So now we can put it into flash mode. But it's a warning on here because when you run this command, it pairs it, and this command here apparently erases the ROM first. So whatever you do, once you run this and it's successful, don't turn off the machine until you've actually flashed it. Otherwise you end up bricking it. So here we go. So will this work? So erasing flash ROM region. So far so good. Might take a little while to do this, but doing it live. So this is I've got the rest commands for the next bit. So once that's done, we can this is just erasing the ROM itself, so it's taken off the BIOS completely. So hopefully I don't balls this up. So again there. And I've got another command I need to put on there which will allow me to load the bin file and the ROM file back onto the card, which then will put it into the IT mode, which we're trying to achieve here. And it'll bring up to the flash version. I think it's 20.00.00.00. That's what it's meant to be doing. So I don't know how long this takes. So bear with me. So I've got 4 people online watching. Hi. Do a shout. There we go. Reset successfully. Finish processing command successful. So now we run the flash command again. And this time we start adding in different commands, and which will then add in these bin files. Slash B mptsas2.rom. So you should have that's right. And this now will program the flash what it needs to be on the card now. Oh, looks like I might have got the spelling wrong. So what did we get wrong? Could not open file 211. Oh, on it. I might spell that wrong. I might be. Okay, let's do a quick list. I think I've written it down wrong. Oh, okay, yeah, I did write it down wrong. So we got the right command, but we got the wrong file. So this is what happens when it goes live. So it's actually 2108 it.bin. That's a quick one. Yay! So now I got the right one. So this is a bit can't mess up on. Okay, so adapter, flash install image compatible controller, which is good. Chipset been reset, state performance host for firmware host both successful. Beginning firmware download. So here we go. So this is the crucial bit. So do say hi if you're actually watching. See what message we've got so far. Hi, good old DOS. That's right, Mike. Hi up. And who else has left messages? Just one. So reset an adapter. So far so good actually. Don't like firmware and things because it can go wrong. It does. I think if you don't want to really make any mistakes and you don't want to power cut through this, I would flash stuff on a server or PC using a UPS at least anyway. So that way, if there is a power cut, it can carry on doing its bit and not flash out, because obviously flashing any devices can possibly brick them, as they say, or the word we call it, bricking them. So again, looks good so far. Good. I mean, I spent a whole day yesterday messing about with this, and I spent partially the morning with this today. And it's only when I looked on the floor in my shed. Oh, fantastic! Look, excellent. And then what we'll do is as I was and partially today, and I got, oh, there must be a simple and easy solution. And it's only when I looked on the floor I realised I had an old Dell machine here. Oh, look, now I'm typing it all wrong. Sorry, SAS2 flash.exit list all. Try again. Oh, what's going on there? So now I'm doing SAS2 flsh.exe list list. Oh, it's just capitalized. That's better. Get commands right. And yeah, and lucky enough I had this Dell sitting on the floor, because other than that I've got all new machines in here. I've got another old server here which I don't think the LSI card will fit in. So lucky enough this Dell was sitting here, so I use that instead. So it's pretty good. I might keep this Dell for, so I might buy a few more of these LSI cards. They don't come firmware upgrade. You have to do this yourself. So just for sort of allowing me to do the firmware upgrades on it as well. Much more easier. There we go. So we've got the SAS 20.00.07.00. Perfect. So now we should be able to boot in to the card and then hopefully set it to IT mode, or it might be already in IT mode, because when I looked at all the documentation for this, it shows it already puts it into IT mode once it's been flashed. So hopefully I'll download the correct flash version for this. So let's have a look. Yeah, I'm doing a few more jobs to get a bit more money in it, and I'm going to do lots of stuff on Fiverr, because I would like to go as fast as I can on speed. So I will get those videos out shortly as well. I'm going to speak to a Fiverr terminator who's got all his own equipment. So I might get him here and do a video with him how he terminates the cables and what equipment he uses. So I will get in touch with him and see if he's available, and I'll do a video on him as well. There you go. So we got the correct version. We've got the SAS adapter type. We've got the firmware version, and as you can see, it's in IT mode. That's what we need. Perfect. Job done. So after a whole day and a half, we managed to find a quick solution. I should have thought about this the other day using an old machine, because the DOS-based commands weren't running properly or working on my new Gigabyte motherboard, which is normal a gaming machine base. I use those components for Unraid because it's what it's built for and designed for, and it's great because Unraid's giving you like a corporate environment, server type solution that can run on anything. And you know what desktops and PC and gaming rigs are like. It's easy to go out and buy the stuff. It's off the shelf. You can go and get it. So if I have issues with RAM, hard drive, if I have issues with CPU, it's so much easier to order one in or get it in stock. You're not spending thousands of pounds on server type ones, and Unraid works perfectly over the gaming rig hardware. And another thing I like about it, which we'll do one soon, where we'll do another Unraid build, where we'll put multiple GPU cards in and show you how you can create a full workstation using the hardware with its own screen, its own keyboard, own mouse. And this is a perfect sort of solution to use. So let's say you've got an office with 4 people around the same desk. You can build an Unraid server with lots of RAM and all that stuff in there. It'd be a network attached storage drive for your 4 users. But having 4 GPU cards in there, you can all give them a mouse, keyboard each, and they can run off their own VM desktop each as well, using one lot of hardware, which is great. It's space saving, it's hardware saving as well, and it's only one machine to fix rather than having 4 machines to fix. And they'll run a VM as well, and good run the VM, they can also access their desktop directly from home as well. So if one decides not to turn up in the office, they can work from home using the VM remotely, which is really good. So that way it's space saving, saving costs, saving space, all that stuff that goes with it. Then you need to buy is obviously keyboards with extension cables. I don't think it'll work with wireless keyboards, but we have to try those sort of things anyway. But you can apparently one of these Unraid with the right hardware, CPU in there, right amount of RAM and stuff, and configured correctly, you can run up to 10 workstations with 10 screens, 10 keyboards, 10 mouses, and still have a really good speed on the graphics card GPU itself. So you could run games off it too. So we'll do some testing a little while later. Can you do some videos on high level routing technologies? I will do. I need to get some switches in to practice on, because I haven't done that for quite a while actually. IT been out of the game for some years, so I'm trying to start the basics and slowly work up as well. So I've got I've got a switch in here which I need to configure soon. That's got some really good fancy stuff on the switching side, and I know it's a gigabit network here. It's a nice switch, a lot of stuff I can configure on it. We'll look at jumbo frames, getting as much speed as I can out of the gigabit cable. So there's loads of stuff to try and test as well. Yeah, money wise at the moment, because obviously this channel don't generate a lot of revenue for me, so it's very difficult to get hold of all the fancy stuff to try. But I think going forward with this channel, I might get to speak to proper techie guys. So if anybody's out there that's really technical in a technical job, maybe consultancy level, wants to come on video, then I'll happy doing a video with you guys. So I will try and get in touch with them. I know I've got some contacts in IT going back from years ago, so I'll see if they're still in IT and what level they're at, and get them on board so they can come down and show us as well. Hey, so you could teach me some stuff. Come on, I'm always open to learn. I've learnt from people above me and people below me. I'm not scared to sort of admit that. In the day, we all learn from each other. That's how I've always been. I've trained consultants. I've trained engineers underneath me. I even learnt from them from underneath me as well as above me as well. So I'm open. I'm easy. So no worries. So if you live local, it might be worth getting you down and bringing some of your gear, and we'll do some filming and stuff like that. So get in touch with me. Leave a comment below with your details, or get a hold of my, or just email it, jack@jacksgear.co.uk, and we'll go from there. So anyway, I'm going to end this now because I've got some stuff to get on with. So we successfully sorted this out. I'll do a day and a half, got it sorted, and I'll do some more stuff on Unraid and other bits and pieces going forward. I've recorded lots of videos at the moment, I just need to get around editing it all up as well. And I can get all this shed finished off with as well. And I move soon, so the shed's staying as it is, so it's not going to go anywhere. I'm moving into a flat of my own now, which is really, really cool. So I can film stuff up there as well as film stuff down here as well. So hopefully I can knock out a lot more videos for you guys to watch. So stay tuned. Stay liking my videos. Don't like my videos, thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button. It's one of these ways. I can't get confused which they are. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. And I will see you soon on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.